Yes, guys, everything bite-sized here. I'm trying something different. Today I'm using Grok, which is Twitter's AI, and I'm going to be using it as a therapist. And I'm going to be honest, so everything I say is true, and we'll see how it works. Let's go. So, what shall I ask her first? Act as my therapist. I have severe bipolar disorder, PTSD, and agoraphobia, as well as generalized anxiety disorder. So I put, act as my therapist. I have severe bipolar disorder, PTSD, and agoraphobia, as well as generalized anxiety disorder. She says, I'm going to say she because most workers I've met, like support workers and therapists, are females, so I'm just going to call her she. I'm here to listen and offer support. It's important to remember that managing mental health conditions like bipolar disorder, PTSD, agoraphobia, and generalized anxiety disorder is a journey that requires patience and self-compassion. Have you been able to connect with a mental health professional or support group that specializes in these areas? I'm just going to put, even though I have got support, I'll put, no, I was hoping you would be able to help me out. She says, I'm happy to offer support and resources, but it's crucial to understand I'm not a licensed therapist or medical professional. My role is to provide information and encouragement, but I can't provide a diagnosis or treatment. Can you talk to me about my mental health as if you were my friend? Of course, I'm here to listen and offer support as your friend. How have you been feeling lately? Are there any specific symptoms or challenges that you're currently facing? Well, actually, I've had a good week or so, but I'm anticipating a bad depressive swing in my bipolar disorder. So I put, well, actually, I've had a good week or so, but I'm anticipating a bad depressive swing in my bipolar disorder. She puts, I'm glad to hear that you've had a good week. That's a positive sign. However, it's understandable that you're concerned about a potential depressive swing. Have you noticed any specific triggers or patterns that tend to precede these swings? Knowing these triggers can help you prepare and manage your symptoms more effectively. I'm going to put sometimes things trigger it. I'll put actually, sometimes external things trigger mood episodes, as well as substance abuse, but usually the episodes come out of nowhere. I put sometimes external things trigger mood episodes as well as substance abuse, but usually the episodes come out of nowhere. She said that unpredictability can be really challenging. It might be helpful to keep a mood journal to track your symptoms and any possible triggers. This can give you a better understanding of your condition and help you identify any patterns that might not be immediately obvious. Also, remember that it's okay to reach out for help when you need it. Whether it's a trusted friend, family member, or a mental health professional, having a support network can make a big difference. Have you thought about setting up a safety plan for when you feel a depressive episode coming on? This could include reaching out to someone you trust, practicing self-care activities, or having a list of resources that you can access quickly. I'll put, if I am really bad and a danger to myself, I have 3 numbers I can call to talk to someone. I put, if I'm really bad and a danger to myself, I have 3 numbers that I can talk to people. She said, that's a great plan to have in place. It's crucial to have a safety net when things feel overwhelming. Are there any other strategies or tools that you find helpful when you're feeling down? This could be anything from mindfulness exercises to engaging in a hobby you enjoy. Yes, absolutely. I love making novel, high quality content on YouTube. Blow my own trumpet here. I've been working on the channel for over a year since the rebrand of the inactive, very small channel it used to be, but I'm turning it into a sure winner. So I put, yes, absolutely. I love making novel, high quality content on YouTube. I've been working on the channel for over a year since the rebrand of the inactive, very small channel it used to be, but I'm turning it into a sure winner. She says, that sounds fantastic. It's great that you have a creative outlet that you enjoy and that can serve as a positive distraction when you're feeling down. Do you find that working on your YouTube channel helps to lift your mood or provide a sense of accomplishment? Absolutely. Sometimes it's hard to get the motivation to do it, but I know for a fact that if I force myself to get into the swing of it, then I notice a clear lift in my mood, and at worst case scenario, it's a distraction from my mental health issues as I'm focusing on the work. She says, that's a really proactive approach. It's wonderful you're able to recognise the positive impact that your creative work has on your mental health. Do you have any specific goals or milestones that you're working towards with your YouTube channel? Having clear goals can provide a sense of purpose and direction, which can be very beneficial for mental well-being. Yes, I am trying to reach the threshold where I can monetize my channel and then invest in better equipment. She says, that's a great goal to have. Monetizing your channel would not only be a financial benefit, but also a validation of your hard work and creativity. Have you considered other ways to grow your audience and engagement on your channel? This could include collaborating with other creators, promoting your content on social media, or engaging with your viewers in the comments section. I always engage with the comments I get, but I don't use the former too much. I just let YouTube put my content in front of people. I have 1,000 and something subscribers and over 1 million views, and I've got tons of content ready to roll. So I always engage with the comments I get, but I don't use the former too much, talking about social media and stuff. I just let YouTube put my content in front of people. I have 1,000 and something subscribers and over 1 million views, and I've got tons of content ready to roll. She said, that's impressive. It sounds like you're doing a great job with your channel. Having a consistent stream of content is key to keeping your audience engaged. Are there any particular types of videos that tend to perform better or that your audience particularly enjoys? Knowing what works well can help you plan your content strategy more effectively. I'm going to put, it's hard to tell because YouTube is focusing mainly on my shorts at the moment, but I'm starting to get trickles of views on my long form content, which is exciting because when that pops off and I get enough public watch hours, short watch hours don't count, which sucks, parentheses. So it's hard to tell because YouTube is focusing mainly on my shorts at the moment, but I'm starting to get trickles of views on my long form content, which is exciting because when that pops off and I get enough public watch hours, parentheses, short watch hours don't count, which sucks, I'll be able to monetize my channel. She said, that's great to hear that your long form content is starting to gain traction. It's a good sign that your audience is interested in your longer videos. Do you have any plans to promote your long form content more actively, perhaps through social media or collaborations with other creators? I'm interested in collabing with other creators, and I'm starting to build a online following and potentially collaborate on projects. Since you're rebranding an old account, you might want to consider updating your profile to reflect your new focusing goals. Yeah, obviously, this could help attract followers who are interested in the same topics or niche as you. As you start building your following, you might want to engage with other creators in your niche by commenting on their tweets, retweeting their content, and participating in relevant Twitter spaces. This can help you get noticed and potentially open doors for collaborations. When reaching out to other creators for collaborations, it's a good idea to have a clear proposal in mind. This could include the type of collaboration, example, joint video, a podcast episode, a Twitter thread, the benefits for both parties, and the timeline for the project. Be respectful of their time and creative process, and be open to feedback and suggestions. Remember, building a strong online following and successful collaborations takes time and effort. Stay consistent with your content, engage with your followers, and be patient as you grow your presence on Twitter. I'm gonna put, thank you for the sound advice, but can we talk more about my mental health? So I put, thank you for the sound advice, but can we talk more about my mental health? She says, of course, I'm here to support you. How are you feeling today? Are there any specific concerns or symptoms that you'd like to discuss? I'm actually feeling great today, but it's because I'm manic and couldn't sleep last night. Didn't even try because I just knew I wouldn't be able to sleep, so I channeled my manic energy into creating tons of content with an amazing work rate and quality. So I put, I'm actually feeling great today, but it's because I'm manic and couldn't sleep last night. I didn't even try because I just knew I wouldn't be able to sleep. So I channeled my manic energy into creating tons of content with an amazing work rate and quality. She said, I'm glad to hear that you're feeling productive and creative today. It's great that you're able to channel your manic energy into something positive like creating content. However, it's also important to take care of your physical health, especially when you're experiencing a manic episode. This could include making sure you eat regular meals, stay hydrated, and try to get some rest when you can. How do you usually manage your manic episodes? Do you have any strategies or tools that help you stay grounded and prevent your energy from spiraling out of control? Yeah, my YouTube channel and making content helps me release manic energy, especially when I'm typing. I put, my YouTube channel and making content helps me release manic energy, especially when I'm typing. She said, that's a great outlet for your energy. It's beneficial that you've found a creative and productive way to channel your energy. Have you considered other activities or hobbies that could serve as outlets for your manic energy? This could include things like physical exercise, meditation, or even journaling. It's also important to have a support network in place, whether that's friends, family, or a mental health professional. Having people you trust you can reach out to when you're feeling overwhelmed can be incredibly helpful. I only have a couple of mates and no family that I speak to regularly. I only have a couple of mates and no family that I speak to regularly. It's good that you have a couple of mates you can rely on. Do you feel comfortable sharing your experiences and feelings with them? Sometimes just having someone to talk to can make a big difference. If you feel like you need more support, there are also online communities and support groups for people with bipolar disorder and other mental health conditions. These can be a great way to connect with others who understand what you're going through. That sounds very interesting. What did she say? Do you feel comfortable sharing this? It sounds very interesting. And I wear my heart on my sleeve, which is probably a bad thing and makes me an easy target to F over. So I put, that sounds very interesting, and yeah, I wear my heart on my sleeve, which is probably a bad thing and makes me an easy target to F over. And she says, it's great that you're open and honest about your feelings. However, it's also important to protect yourself and set boundaries. Being vulnerable can make you feel more connected to others, but it's also important to make sure you're not being taken advantage of. Do you have any strategies for setting boundaries and protecting yourself from potential harm? This could include things like learning to say no, being selective about who you share personal information with, and practicing self-care. I really struggle with this as a Christian. When someone needs help and they promise the money back, I lend it to them, and because they know I'm a nice guy and not gonna slap them about over a tenner, they do me over with no remorse, and that makes me feel worthless, like my friendship and me aren't even worth a tenner. I really struggle with this as a Christian. When someone needs help and they promise the money back, I lend it to them, and because they know I'm a nice guy and I'm not going to slap them about over a tenner, they do me over with no remorse, and that makes me feel worthless, like my friendship and me aren't even worth a tenner. She says, I understand how difficult it can be to balance your Christian values with the need to protect yourself. It's admirable that you want to help others, but it's also important to remember that you can't help everyone, and you shouldn't feel guilty about setting boundaries. Wow, perhaps you could consider helping in other ways that don't involve lending money. This could include offering emotional support, advice, or helping them find resources that can assist them. Remember, your worth isn't determined by how much money you can lend to others. Your worth comes from who you are as a person, not from your financial status. I'm gonna put, that was absolutely spot on, bang on. I couldn't have put it better myself. Thank you for your kind words. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your own well-being. You can still be a good friend and help others without putting yourself in a difficult situation. It's all about finding a balance that works for you. I'm just going to put amen. Amen. And she says, take care of yourself. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here to listen. Bloody hell. I've just developed a therapist relationship with my computer.